Games podcast. No, it has nothing to do with it. Hi, I'm Andrew, and I'm sitting here with just Gabe, AS Gabe.
I'm Gabe for now.
Gabe for now.
We tried to record this twice and the recorder shut off, so.
And we utterly failed. So we are sitting down to review and take a look at Terraria.
As per request, II12 on indiegame.com, I believe that's what it's called, the forums. So we just introduced ourselves yesterday and we said, if you guys want anything reviewed, just let us know. You know, we don't have a lot of money, but if I own it already, then for sure, we'll review it. Hope you're happy. Enjoy.
I'm playing for the first time, so I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
So I should explain the controls to him. That you might want to pick that up if you want to. If you want to hit things. Anyways, use R like you would to shoot.
Oh,
there you
I see.
go. So this is the Xbox version. This was originally a PC game, and it was modified for the Xbox, and I quite enjoy it, but I'm not a PC gamer, so it was really difficult for me to play on PC. But I find the Xbox controls, they're pretty good. I can deal with it. It's not too hard.
Right.
It wasn't meant for this, but it's not gonna kill me to try.
It all depends on the port, right? I think in some cases people actually ended up liking the Minecraft port for Xbox more than PC, but it really just depends on who you ask.
Mm-hmm. So this is a 2D, like I guess you can compare it to Minecraft. It's a 2D exploration sandbox digging adventuring game.
Yeah.
So it's got a lot of it's kind of like, I want to compare it to 2D platforming games, but I also want to compare it to like Minecraft and like those Metroidvania, Castlevania, Metroid type games where you can explore and find items to like power up your character. Because well, I guess for the people that are old enough to know what Castlevania and Metroid are,
Yeah.
the 2D ones, not the new ones here.
Not the 3D Wii ones.
Yeah. The new Castlevanias are terrible.
Yeah. Classic Castlevania is still where it's at.
You might wanna, if you wanna dig, you can dig. You can switch by using RB. You can switch to your pickaxe there.
Okay.
One thing that sets this apart from mine, I was gonna say Minecube. One thing that sets us apart from
I guess
Minecraft
it is like Minecube.
is that other than it being absolutely totally different and it copying everything at the same time. No, one thing that I'm gonna mention that sticks out is that the tools don't degrade as you use them. So you got a wooden tool, you can use it forever, as slow as it is, which is one of the biggest reasons why you want to get better tools, because the better tools obviously can mine better stuff and mine it faster.
Which should be different from even RPGs like modern RPGs like Oblivion or Skyrim, where everything kind of degrades over time.
Yeah, and I don't mind that, but for Minecraft, it kind of pisses me off, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I get sick of my my nice, I'm like, oh, I finally made a steel one, and then it gets degraded. I'm like, oh, I have to use a wood one for a while.
And then if you lose it altogether, that sucks too.
And then I'm stuck crafting forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here you can just mine if you want until you're...
Heart's content, basically.
Yeah.
And so mining these materials, the purpose of that is essentially just to like build your own homestead, in a sense.
Yeah, it can be. Depending on what you're mining, too, because the crafting, like everything here, all the items that you have are crafted. I mean, you can find some of them, but you can make things from like bombs to guns to like there's even laser beams and special.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there's special equipment that you can modify, and I haven't figured out how to do any of this, but I was playing multiplayer with other people that did, and they're like, oh yeah, I have tons of it. So some people they live to just explore and create things, and they just I don't know, like I don't understand how some people are how they just destroy a game and like they're just like, yeah, I have so much stuff I don't need anymore. Like,
I think
you have too much time.
Too much time, yeah.
But I'll take it if you want to give it to me.
Hey, I remember what it's like to be in elementary school. But I don't have time to level up my characters to 99 anymore.
So that's why I have like full hearts. You start with like 3, and 3 of the stars. So the stars are magic. So not only are there like bombs, guns, lasers, swords, armor equipment, you can make all this different accessories to make you run faster, jump higher, fly even. You can make wings, rocket boots, all sorts of stuff. It's wild the amount of stuff that you can make in this game.
So in that regard, I mean, it reminds me a fair bit of Zelda, right? Because you'd collect items to increase your abilities. It wasn't like Link would really learn anything, at least in the early Zeldas.
That sets it apart from Minecraft too. Just the number of items that you can make it blows my mind. Like I don't even understand how to make most of the stuff.
So there's a lot of figuring out as far as putting together.
Oh, for sure. You can kill hours and hours and hours playing this game.
Well, yeah, I can see that, and I'm sure my gameplay footage isn't that stimulating because I'm just digging stuff. But so, what were your thoughts on kind of the music side of things?
The music's okay. It's really repetitive after because you play for so long,
right?
And it just gets tiresome after 5-6 hours of hearing the intro music. It just like makes you want to fall asleep.
Right.
But on the plus side, each biome has its own music, and there's lots of biomes. So you start in like a grass biome, and then wherever you go, there's I think there's 7 different biomes on the top, and each different biome has a different underground biome too.
Yeah.
And you can dig so far down, like you actually at the bottom there's a hell. And,
really?
And there's a boss there too. I think that's a final boss.
Interesting.
You fight this like wall of guts or something that's like impossible to beat. But most of the ground is all lava, so it's like this game gets really hard. As far as the music goes, it does follow. Each biome has its own unique music.
So at least it's got a little bit of variety, but
yeah, I guess for story as well. You were asking the other time.
Yeah.
But we lost so much. We lost so much with those 2 outtakes.
initial reviews.
But he was asking about a storyline, and yeah, there's like bosses and stuff too. So and the way they're triggered is there's a variety of ways. So some of the bosses are triggered at certain times. Like there's a day and night cycle, but I think there's also moon cycles. If you go up top, you'll see the moon, and I think it's moon cycles or something. There's something called a blood moon, and like you get a goblin raid where you have to protect yourself from the goblins, and they can come in your house, and they can open the doors, unlike most of the regular type enemies. So some are like time sensitive, and others are in castles. If you go to certain places, you'll find castles where you can't mine the walls, so you can't mine into the castle.
Right.
But that's where the Castlevania effect really is accentuated because of the fact that you really have to find different places. I don't know what the point of castles are. I die when I go in them. Like they're not easy, but there's a boss. The first skeleton boss I fought was guarding the first castle. So, and it was fairly challenging. But the cool thing about it is, the first time I fought the boss, I got destroyed, and then the second time I got destroyed, and then I started thinking, I can do this on my terms. So I like leveled a piece of ground. I made him chase me, and that way I just had a way to like run on even terrain, so that I could dodge his attacks and everything. But before that, I was trying to fight him and jump over hills and run away, but he can go through the hills, right? So you're fighting on his terms, and it's no good. But you can change the terrain and then trigger the boss for at least the first boss. So there's different ways. There's different ways you can use that.
So the boss battles are fairly stimulating, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're hard. There's some that are like floating eyeballs that shoot lasers at you. The bosses are pretty wild. Like even like I said, the one down in hell is like a wall of guts. But,
right.
Yeah, they're fairly hard for me. Like this whole game's fairly hard if I try to do what most people do that I play with. But
right.
I'm a casual gamer. I still enjoy it.
I guess, for my money, this reminds me of action RPG adventure sort of games. This is a fairly poor comparison because it's not a great game, but Wanderers from the East, it makes me think of a little bit.
Never played that.
Yeah, it's not that great of a game.
Is it PC or?
Yeah,
DOS?
I think originally it was PC, and the PC version's okay, but they came out with like a Super Famicom version that totally sucked. So it's a cool RPG series, I guess. I played Chronicles 1 and 2 recently. Yeah, the one thing that I would certainly, I guess I enjoy kind of the sandbox aspect of it, but for my money, I would love to see more kind of storyline for this style of game. I think there are definitely types of games that lend themselves really well to sandbox. But you know what? There's something for everyone, right? So.
I guess that's another thing too, because you mentioned for your money, it's like the price wise, it's not an expensive game. You're not gonna play,
Right.
You're not gonna pay like full price for like a super developed game by like what are the big developers now, like the guys that make like Halo or anything. You're paying. I think it's like $7.
Right. Yeah. So it's probably in line with a lot of other indie releases in that manner. So. I don't want to say you get what you pay for. We all know developing games is actually a very time-consuming and difficult process. And we're not here to tear apart anybody's work
It's
of
very,
art.
very thankless. I'm sure.
Yeah, and reviewing it is sort of like, okay, we want to give you a little bit of extra publicity.
Absolutely.
But we don't want to like sit here and go, man, your game's.
Well, we're not gonna rip your game apart. If anything, if it's terrible, we're gonna be very amused.
Yeah, that's true. We enjoy bad games, bad movies, bad media in general.
It's, on that note, well, not on the note about bad things, but on the note about game developers, I guess we'll close this off by
Yeah, sure.
saying, like, rate, subscribe, whatever they say on YouTube, and if you have any ideas for games, I really enjoy indie games. I'm an Xbox 360 player, so if you know anything on Xbox indie games, I got a bunch of those, and they're only $1 a piece around there, so I might pick it up if I like it and then review it. I love the indie games.
Yeah, and I'm also on Steam, so I can pick up some games that way.
Alright,
Right on. So this is Andrew and Gabe.
Gabe for now.
Gabe for now, signing off.
Take care. Awesome.
Sweet on.
Sweet on.